So the Gaboogie Phonebook allows me to store unlimited numbers of contact records for people who I want to add to Gaboogie Conferences. Each time I create a conference, if I include somebody who isn't in my phonebook, that person will automatically be added to the phonebook during the create conference process. So in this example, I'm going to run through a few quick steps that are required to add entries to your phonebook. The only fields that are required are first name, last name, email address, and at least one phone number. So in this case, I'm going to add in a couple of Gaboogie contacts. Now you'll see that the default country code is country code 1 for North America, but if you're adding someone who's from another calling area, you simply click on that link, select the appropriate country code from that list, and it'll update. But in this case, I'm going to add someone from North America, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I simply click Save Contact. Once I've clicked Save Contact, I get a status message saying that my phonebook entry was successfully created. And if I scroll down to the contacts area, I can see that entry in the contacts area. If I want to edit that entry, I can simply click the Edit button. And the Edit button also gives me the option of adding additional fields about that user. So in this case, I'm going to add in a couple of additional pieces of information: company name, alternate phone number, click Save, and those records have been updated. I can also delete records simply by clicking the Delete link next to that person's name. Okay, so that's one record added. When I'm creating new records, I also have the option of adding in additional information about that person at the time I'm creating the record. So in this case, I'm going to select the Add More Information link. And that gives me the choice of entering in an alternate email address, department, city, state, zip code, country, and physical mailing address. Simply save that contact. You'll also see that there is an option here that says Add to Group, and the concept of groups is that we wanted to make it as easy as possible to collect certain contact records into a group that could be reused when you're creating a conference and you have a number of people that you regularly add to the same kind of call. So rather than adding them all individually, you can just add the entire group. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to set up a group, and I've already entered the name for the group here as Gaboogie, and the description field, which is optional, I'm calling it the internal group. I'm going to hit the Add Group button, and that group shows up here as a little folder, and currently there's no contacts in the group. To add contacts to that group, I simply select them from the contact list and drag them into the group. You'll see this updates to show that there's now one contact in there. If I click that link, I can see the contacts in that group, including the one I just added. You'll see there is a delete option next to the group. Deleting the group does not remove the actual contact record, it simply removes the group. So you don't have to worry about accidentally deleting a contact when you go ahead and delete a group. I can also actually add someone to a group at the time I create them as a contact record. I'm just going to quickly run through that process here. Enter in all the information. And all I do is in the Add to Group pull down here, I simply select the group, and you see the Gaboogie group that I created is now showing up in that pull down menu. Select Add to Group, hit Save Contact. That contact record shows up in the contacts window here, and if I go down to the Gaboogie group and click on the details for that group, I can see that that contact is showing up in the group. And that's essentially how you go about adding entries to your phonebook and managing your phonebook.